The Magenta Incident, Italy, 1933. The first UFO case hidden by world governments. In 1933, long before the term UFO was known to the public, the world had not yet heard of Roswell. NASA did not exist. Even World War II had not yet begun, and yet an unidentified object fell from the skies of northern Italy. Humanity had never set foot in space, and aircraft were still built with extremely limited technology. But on one summer night in northern Italy, the sky above a small town called Magenta lit up brightly. Local residents witnessed a streak of light moving at incredible speed, far faster than any aircraft they had ever known, before crashing with a loud explosion into the surrounding countryside. Italian troops arrived within hours, sealed off the entire area, forbade anyone from approaching, and most strangely of all, the next day, not a single newspaper reported the incident. At the time, Italy was under the rule of Benito Mussolini. Instead of treating the event as an ordinary accident, Mussolini ordered the creation of a secret unit known as Gabinetto RS/33, an elite team reporting directly and exclusively to him. All reports related to the object that fell from the sky were classified as top-level state secrets. Italy's finest scientists were summoned in secrecy, and what they discovered left them speechless. The object was not an aircraft. It was cylindrical in shape, with no wings, no propellers, and was made of a material that could not be identified. The metal did not rust, did not burn, and was far lighter than anything known to science at the time. Yet the most disturbing discovery was not the technology itself, but what was found inside. According to testimonies from several scientists who only dared to speak decades later, near the end of their lives, two small bodies were discovered within the object. They stood just over 1 meter tall, with large heads, wide black eyes, no hair, and bodily structures that did not resemble any human being. They were not human victims, and they were clearly not creatures from Earth. All evidence, including the wreckage of the object and the bodies of the beings, were tightly secured by Mussolini's regime until the end of World War II. When Italy lost the war, those secret archives did not fall into public hands, but were instead taken over by the United States. Intelligence documents that surfaced many years later suggest that America transferred all materials from Italy to its own secret facilities. Many researchers believe this was the true beginning of America's study of non-human technology, long before the Roswell incident that is often considered the starting point. For decades, the world dismissed the story as mere myth. That changed in 2023 when a former U.S. intelligence officer named David Grush testified before the United States Congress. Under oath, he stated that the U.S. government had long possessed non-human spacecraft and non-human bodies. When asked whether this possession dated back to before 1947, before Roswell, his answer was a single word: yes. There was no lengthy explanation, no denial, but that one word revived a story that had been buried for nearly a century. If the Magenta incident truly occurred, then the question is no longer whether we are alone in the universe, but how long they have been here. Perhaps Roswell was not the first encounter, but merely a mistake too large to conceal. And perhaps long before humanity was ready to face the truth, the history of our first contact with extraterrestrial beings was hidden, not to protect the world, but to control what humanity was allowed to know and what it was meant to forget.